All right, big homie CC. How's it going?
What's the word, Gab? We back at it, man. We back like good crack.
Back like good crack, man. On the attack.
On the attack. For sure.
So what's been going on with you? I know you got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, man. So basically, a lot of shows, a lot of filming, dropping a lot of content. We got the show. I got a show on Cameron's network reporting the news on the You're Welcome network. So me and Ro got that deal. So we doing daily news event, like whatever going on in the world, you know. So that's cool. We got the paranormal show. So I'm actually we filming episodes. I'm gonna shoot you a couple episodes to see how it works. Because we go out in the field, night vision goggles, thermal cameras, and you know, we on the paranormal hunt looking for UFOs, Bigfoot, skinwalkers, whatever people say, we pull up to go investigate. So we got that going. Off the Grid Network is going up. They got me, Charleston White, and 607 Unk in a movie. That's coming. Once again, thanks to you, you feel me? Like, ever since I hit the Camp Capone news platform, you gave me solid advice about staying consistent, don't take breaks, and how, like, no matter you said, bro, I get tired, bro, but I just I kept going, and bro, I got no complaints, bro, it's lit. You know, I'm having the time of my life, I'm helping people, you feel me? Helping my community, we still bringing kids home. It's going down, Cam, it's going down.
Man, that's what's up, man. I'm really glad to hear that you kept going, you kept pushing. It's rough business, man, if you don't work, man. People
people really
think that
but you know, I feel like when people, like working as a bodyguard, I learned that when people are business minded and they take time to talk to you, that means they see that you have potential. So you need to listen. And I listened, you feel me? Because it's a rough business. It's a rough business if you want to treat this shit like you just some superstar. Because what I realize is a lot of the guys who approach this game like they a rapper, it don't work, bro. You feel me? Because you got to grind in this game. When they approach this like they a rapper and they just this big star, they fall down fast, bro. Because you dealing with the people every day. And if they feel like you one of them, they can relate to you, they gonna follow you around. But if you don't, you wanna fall back like you Playboy Cardi and all this, like you got an album budget, it's gonna be bad for sure, bro. Shout out to Cam, cause Cam dropped gems, man. Cause I got a call from you when I was in Africa. He said, "How you doing, man? I haven't heard from you. Are you all right?" I'm like, man, bro, you know I be all over the place. But I got something though that. So, you know, they want me to go down to Venezuela, bro. So I said, all right, once I do this, I'm gonna film one segment just for Cam to drop, you feel me? So people can see, because I'm about to be going to high risk areas, you feel me? And I want the people to really see what the world is like, bro. Because, you know, we live in a sheltered place in America, you know what I'm saying? You step outside of here, things get crazy. And I want people to see that, bro. Like, the people have helped me so much, I just got to pour back into them for sure.
Well, I definitely appreciate it, and I definitely like to see you doing different shit and being out there, and, you know, that's going to be dope. I'm looking forward to it, for sure, man.
For sure. How you been doing, bro? You all
definitely
good?
Man, I've been good, man. I got my studio I'm working on. So hopefully, man, you know, I definitely want to get you in and have you as one of my first guests on my new studio.
It'll be
so
an
that's
honor,
gonna
bro.
be dope, man.
It'll be an honor,
for
bro.
sure.
Hell yeah.
Man, that's what it is, man. Well, I'm gonna get into some topics going on, man. So Epstein files dropped, but they kind of didn't really drop. Like, it's kind of hard, you know. Like what they had this hotline back in, I believe, 2019, 2020, where anybody can call in and say anything.
Yeah.
So all these wild allegations
Yeah.
that are unfound, uncorroborated with anybody, a lot of the times when they called or tried to follow up on these allegations, they couldn't even find out who these people were.
Right.
So this Epstein thing is really making a lot of people look really bad, man.
Bad, bro. Bad look. So look, let me give you a fact real quick. FBI said that when Tupac died, over 11,000 people called in and confessed to killing Tupac because they had an open hotline. I don't like how when they released the files, you know, bro, releasing interviews with people without having any hard facts or evidence, and then you putting it out in the world, and people gonna take that as a fact. Bro, the FBI said people called in a lot saying me and my homies was tying people up and all type of crazy shit. So I'm looking like, damn, like, so when people name drop Jay-Z was in the room with Weinstein, some of that stuff is hard for me to grasp because you talking about the highest level of entertainment. It's hard to pin these people down to anything. And you know the price of life is cheap. You know, it'll cost less to get somebody eliminated than it'll cost to go to court. So, you know, I look at all these parameters. I'm investigating thoroughly because to find out that pedophiles might have something to do with Bitcoin, whoo, because as soon as it came out, Bitcoin dropped 20% in one day. And then you got everybody liquidating. Then you got gold and silver shooting through the roof. Only time we see gold and silver at premiums like this is during times of war. So they dropping these Epstein files at the same time where we just did this shit with Venezuela and the president. We about to bomb Iran right now. Ukraine and Russia is picking up steam. It looked like a big distraction right now, being honest. Because think about it. You say Jay-Z name, you say, first they had Michael Jackson, threw him under the bus, but y'all got all these other faces redacted out. And then now they putting contempt of court or arrest warrants out for the Clintons.
Right, they're supposed to testify.
All because of these files.
But you know what's weird though is, okay, so they had that picture of Dan Bilzerian and Post Malone, right, from 2018.
Right.
And they blacked the girls out. But then people went and found the picture and he posted it. So I don't even think those girls were underage.
They wasn't
but
underage, bro.
It made it look like they were underage, but they weren't.
But look.
So it's like
so okay, all right.
I mean,
all right.
You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
just weird as
Now, who has Dan Bilzerian been attacking for the last few years?
Oh, Israel.
Now, you attacking this certain group. Epstein was clearly pro-Israel. Certain people believe he's in Israel right now. Because, you know, I was at dinner with Michael Franzese. And he says, big homie, I was locked up in that exact same cell that Epstein was in. There's no way to hang yourself in that cell. He says, no way. And I thought to myself, he looked at me in my eye, he said, I was in the exact same cell. Let me ask you a question. Did you know Epstein was locked up for these same exact charges in 2009?
I heard about it. Didn't it got dismissed or something though, right? Like
he served some time and then he got good behavior and let him out.
Bro, I don't know how pedophiles get good behavior, bro. Like that needs to be a law, bro.
How could you ever?
God,
How could that's
bro.
like the ultimate? That's like the ultimate in foul behavior right there.
Right.
So you know you get more time for drugs than you get for harming children. I think that's weird. You got people right now locked up for weed charges, and weed is legal in several places, and you got pedophiles on the street.
It's horrible.
This may sound out there, but in the Bible it says, make sacrifices to us and we will do your bidding. They will reward you with wealth, power, whatever you want. Why is it that all of these people, they not nobodies, but they playing with kids? They got to make a trade somehow. It's an old story, man, and we getting down to the bottom of it, because on Epstein Island, he had a temple that was built for the god of child sacrifice, Moloch, on his island. They don't want to talk about that, though. Spooky, spooky, spooky times.
Well, let me go over these Jay-Z allegations just so the people who are listening can get the full story, man.
All right.
An anonymous caller alleged that a victim was abducted and woke up in a room with Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z in Florida, claiming an incident occurred in the mid-1990s, approximately 1996. And then Pusha T, the same or another caller identified Pusha T as a handler, someone who establishes friendships with victims for Harvey Weinstein, and alleged he was present during a drugging and sexual assault incident in 2007. So all of this is alleged. This is just what somebody called in and said.
But the problem with this is this. Right now, they got somebody called in and somebody filed a lawsuit saying that they seen me hiding bodies for P. Diddy. And I have to actually go to court. Somebody said, like with the case that I'm dealing with right now with Ashley Parham, she come up with all of these different details. She seen Drewski on the slip and slide. You feel me? I'm there pointing guns at Diddy and all these people. This type of stuff shouldn't even be allowed to come out, because this is hearsay. You know what I'm saying? So for them to say she woke up with Pusha T, Jay-Z, and Weinstein, bro, Pusha T is not no handler like that, bro. That's not what he do, bro. Anybody who been around know that. Because when I was with Teyana Taylor, she was signed when I was security. She was signed to Ye and Pusha T. She was with them all the time, bro. No, I never seen none of that. And I would know, bro. I would know. Because the guy who was trying to sell the sex tape of him with Pusha T's wife, guy come to me with this. None of this stuff right here never came up. You know what I'm saying? Weinstein used to date Halle Berry. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That's a fact.
That's crazy.
That's a fact. Bro, they all sleep together in the industry like that. But you know, you gotta be careful when you playing with Sean Carter though, man. He too calculated for that. I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see that. Because then what was the outcome of that?
Yeah, I don't see it either, man. It doesn't really seem, and this was in 1996. He wasn't even really famous. I don't even know if Harvey Weinstein would have been hanging around Jay-Z at this time. This is crazy. This is the year Tupac died.
Bro, that don't even add up. So you believe Jay-Z out the country right now?
I didn't hear that. Is that what they're saying?
They saying Jay-Z fled the country, but somebody just made one of those little memes, posted it up, and all the blogs running with it. Cause you go on Flight Radar, his plane is parked right there in fucking New York. People don't got Flight Radar though. They don't know about them apps.
I don't see Jay-Z running like Russell Simmons. I think Jay-Z he gonna fight and defend his name. I don't think none of these crazy things have any real credibility, you know. But 50 Cent is still wanting to make a documentary about Jay-Z.
Bro, 50, if they had awards for certain characteristics, if they had the petty award, like a championship, bro, he would get it every year, bro. He wild as hell. But see, at the end of the day, bro, there's no story about Jay-Z and the Punisher, man. You feel me? It's no stories like that. We haven't heard it. We haven't seen it. That little interview right there, that's not gonna be enough.
What do you mean? What little interview? You talking about
the FBI released an interview with somebody who said she woke up with Weinstein. And for the FBI, they don't even usually record. You feel me? The FBI, they don't never release shit like that. So to see that getting released kind of shows that there's like a civil war going on within our government right now. But we ain't never seen, just like with Keefe D, for example. Keefe D said, yeah, the FBI don't record. But Greg Kading recorded the conversation on his own. FBI don't even keep records like that of him telling a story about how Tupac died.
Right, yeah.
FBI don't even keep records like that. So that's also very weird. And then y'all releasing photos that people got on their Instagram? And you redact their faces? Like, what's the real point of this? We haven't seen nobody get arrested, no charges filed. You feel me? So what's somebody down there at that office clout chasing?
Has there even been any victims that have came forward and did interviews and talked about this or anything?
There's a small list of victims but it's all alleged. You feel me? It's all alleged. Like, none of them have even circumstantial evidence. You feel me? They don't even have circumstantial evidence to even put themselves there. And then none of them people that's coming out are in the photos.
Right, and you would think, like, if this Epstein thing, you would think if it was real on this island, there would be more people. Where are all the people who were okay with that? Nobody else is being arrested. Nobody, not no other people are being arrested.
The only thing we saw.
It's just crazy.
Very crazy. The only real consequences that we saw was with Prince Andrew.
Okay.
He lost his statesmanship title, got kicked out the castle, but that's it. That's literally it.
Andrew Tate said that if Trump really released all the names of all the people who are really involved in this, it would just bring down America because so many powerful people are in these files, and if it did scandalous things, that it would just destroy America and ultimately destroy the world.
I believe what he means by that is stock market will crash first day. A lot of things will affect the financial market, which could lead to crisis. The issue with that is, I'm having a real hard time with this whole situation because it's people getting mentioned who I've been working with. Like, I just seen Andrew Tate having a conversation with Piers Morgan saying that everybody listed in the Epstein files, including you, Piers, need to be held accountable. Now, before Piers Morgan just fell and broke his hip, we was about to do a show. And they was talking about me being an investigative journalist for Piers Morgan, traveling to places. And it's like, wait a second. Piers was listed in this? And I'm trying to get information on that because these aren't really like damning files when it comes to making sure you finding out somebody's a pedophile. This is really like clout chasing. That's what it seemed like to me, and it's just weird. I feel like the government is playing with our intelligence, and I feel like they thought this would just keep people cool, but I think it's about to snowball, bro. You feel me? Because we cannot have a world where children ain't safe, man. We can't have a world where people can go commit acts of murder and there's no consequences. Like drug dealers, people get locked up for weed and weed is legal and they still locked up and pedophiles get probation? Every person on the sex offender list in my neighborhood, I looked this up, they all got probation. All of them. Some of them got 3 charges of sodomy of somebody under 6 years old. How are you getting probation? It's evil. I feel like it's like a black magic or dark satanic energy involved with it, bro. For sure. Like, I'm not finna jump on the Jay-Z slander train off of nothing like that. This is something I take real serious, man. I'm out there in Africa. You know, you can buy a baby for less than $2,000 US. So it's kind of like when I see stuff like this, you better have some facts, because if I see somebody on there I know, free do God, oh no. That's all I'm gonna say. I was trying to get Turn Up God up here, but he just knocked somebody out on live a couple days ago. So, you know how my homies is, bro. Like, so he said, Turn Up God said, for him to do an interview with you, you gotta send him a pack of, he want a pack of Newport 100s, he want a box, and you gotta send him money to get alcohol.
Some alcohol and some cigarettes, okay.
He said he want a carton of cigarettes, he wants some money to get alcohol. I say, you know what, man? Cam might agree to that. Cam might agree to that. I think Cam might take that as a good deal.
Yeah, man. That's not bad.
How much is a carton? Like 100?
It might be 100 now. Them things is going for some money nowadays.
And Turn Up Guy drink like Absolute vodka. That's like $20, man. That's a deal, bro.
Well, you know, there's been some real serious rumors going around about Pooh, Shiesty, and Gucci Mane, which has been stirring up so much controversy, man. They say Pooh, Shiesty robbed Gucci Mane, and the main reason behind this is because Gucci Mane didn't look out for Scar when he died.
Did you see what Pooh Shiesty said that Gucci ain't give him no money on his books when he was locked up?
I didn't see that.
He said that as well, you feel me? And you see he signed Yo Gotti now.
That's what they're saying. Yes, I haven't seen anything official though, right? I haven't seen them together, like no pictures.
Man, you know, they trying to kill Yo Gotti right now, so he been laying low, bro. Like Yo Gotti been spending a lot of time with his family and shit like that. It's been, I don't know if this is out or nothing, but it's been several attempts on his life already this year.
Well, Hernandez Govin came out and said that right before Young Dolph was killed, they tried to kill Yo Gotti and they shot up his car, I think like 100 times, but it was bulletproof, so nothing happened.
Yeah, they say he got all his cars bulletproof. I ain't gonna say no. Shout out Paper Route Woo. Shout out Paper Route Woo, man. I ain't gonna. That's a hot situation right there, man. I do not miss days like that. When it's going down. You ever been in wars before, Cam?
I've had some serious issues before, yeah.
I do not miss that shit, bro. I do not miss that shit. It was fun sometimes, but man.
I mean, their shit is about as serious as you could get, man. I mean, there's so many deaths.
They've been sliding 3 years straight. 4 years.
There's a lot of deaths, man, on, you know, it would remind you of like the O Block and STL type of thing, man, except these guys got money.
They got cheese, bro. They got cheese. Do you see what happened to the little comedian dude? He was making jokes about his death. They smoked him.
I seen that.
Damn. Them boys ain't playing. Long live Dolph. Oh, bro. My boy Paper Ralph Frank.
Did you see that video where the guy came out and said they wouldn't let Pooh Shiesty eat sitting down in jail?
Look, I saw that. What you think about that? You think that's official?
No.
No, bro. I do know for a fact though, he did have issues with the GDs over that song he did with Lil Durk. And they definitely crashed out with each other. You feel me? Pooh Shiesty was putting in pain in that jail. He crashed out with folks now for sure. That's real.
He just released a song, and in the song he rapped, got kicked out, the FCI crashed with the GDs.
He said that?
Yep.
Yeah, now you know, when you tie it in, you hear about things, you feel me? And you know, we got homies in jail. I heard about that like right when it had happened, right? And it was, he still, cause I don't want to say shit, man, and ain't he in a halfway house?
Oh, he might be, that's right. They were saying that he got arrested, but then they came and said that he had to go back to a halfway house for a while. That's right.
All right, I'll spin back to this when he get out the halfway house, cause, that little dude vicious, bro. That little dude vicious, bro. He stand on real business, bro, and he wasn't scared, and he was outnumbered. He just told them, well, if y'all gonna kill me, y'all gonna have to do it. He went up against a bunch of guys by himself, bro. I respect that. Off camera, I'm gonna give you some more details.
Okay.
But it really did go down, though. Shout out Pooh Shiesty. Shout out folks. I'm glad everybody handled their business without nobody dying. But Pooh Shiesty was trying to kill a motherfucker. Pooh Shiesty was trying to catch him a hat up in there, man. That shit, he about what he say he about, bro.
Man, yeah, Pooh Shiesty, you know, I remember when he came out, everybody made a big deal about him saying that line about you can't wear the RIP shirt if the homie's killer's still living.
If your homie killer ain't dead, ain't no wearing no RIP shirt. I respect that too. Like, I'm not trying to be pushing violence, because violence is never the answer, but sometimes it is, bro. You feel me? Yeah, don't be out here merching on me or you ain't stepped for me or nothing like that. I wouldn't like that. That'll piss me off on bro. Bro, Pooh Shiesty, that little dude, bro, I'm impressed, because it is some videos and shit. I don't know if it ever see the light of day, but that little dude vicious, man. He vicious, man. Put a smile on my face. I say, damn, that's Shiesty. Shout out Big 30. I was supposed to do some shit with Big 30, but I feel like, because he cool with Durk and them, and I'm on the other side, because he knew exactly who I was. You feel me? He was like, yeah, he shot through the door. He stepped. I'm like, damn. But I don't think Big 30 wanted to cause no confusion at that time, because shit, Durk and them was out on the street at that time too. Shout out Big 30, shout out Shiesty. Hey, Pooh Shiesty get dangerous, bro. By himself, bro. That little dude, I said, damn, I'm gonna see what I can do. But that shit, I'll talk to you about it.
Well, Adam 22 had his big fight with Jason Love in the boxing ring, and I think everybody expected Jason Love to win.
For sure.
But they surely didn't expect Adam to not even throw a punch.
Bro, Aiden Ross say they suing Adam now. He said he feel like people think he's sweet, and the people that brand risk, they suing Adam now as he ain't throw a punch. That's really going on. That dude, you gotta be a special type of weirdo to be cosplaying with this dude who had sex with your wife like that. Like, you got your wife out here having sex with people for money so you can profit from it. And then he don't even have no real problem with Jason Love. And he gotta live with this shit every day. He gets so annoyed when people throw this in his face. He gotta live with that shit every day. I just don't think selling your soul was worth it, but the guy Adam, he sell his soul. Everything with him is for sale. I don't like people like that.
I mean, Adam make a lot of money, man, you know, and he definitely does things that a lot of people themselves would not do, like let another man sleep with their wife. And, you know, he does get accused of stirring up a lot of trouble, especially in the LA area.
Now look. Do you think King Peel should have just swung on him and knocked him out that day?
No,
he would have got shot.
No.
He would have got shot.
I don't think he should have.
He would have got shot.
But I do think that Adam could have paid him his money, and Adam was definitely playing with his money, bro.
He do shit like that, bro. Everything that the guy does is choreographed. You feel me? And you know, hustle hard, get your money. You feel me? I just think people need to understand that when you're going over there, it's WWE, man. You feel me? Because they not gonna hold Adam accountable for the California politics. You see what I'm saying? They not gonna hold him accountable for that type of shit. So you gotta be careful dealing with him. Cause I guess 607 Unc going back to no jumper, which I don't understand why, you feel me? But I guess he is going back over there, and I'm looking like he want me to come. Boy, I'm not pulling up for that shit, boy. Cause with me, so bro, I move around with real serious people, bro. Like, and they don't understand content. They not trying to play. So I'm staying far away from that nonsense, bro. Not throwing a punch is crazy. Stupid man with the stupid plan.
He says he wants a rematch.
I'm about to fight Corey Holcomb.
Nah, for real?
You see that video of him knocking that girl out?
You know what? I didn't see the video, but I just read about it today. I didn't know anything happened or what happened, but
Corey Holcomb.
I read a headline about it.
Corey Holcomb, you bogus as hell. That shit ain't right. It's not a good look at all. Bro, so many people tagged me in this, and I see it. I'm looking like, damn, that's how you coming on, bro. I gotta have that one. I need that bump right there for sure. So they try to set it up with me and him on brand risk, man. That shit. Adam a bitch. Like, dude, at least fight, man. He do so much slithery shit. Like that time he stole your questions.
That was crazy, bro.
He just slimy, bro. He's so slimy, man. He stole your exact questions word for word, and then didn't ask me no questions that I went viral for on your channel. I knew it right then. I say, man, they playing games, bro. Like, I was like, man, I'm gonna get my message out. But so when him and Unc had paid me to come out there, I just took their money, told them, I ain't pulling up with y'all phone though. Like that dude OG pulled up. He was mad as hell. He was mad as. But I told him, I say, bro, Cam don't got nothing to do with this shit. I see y'all still got some content in though.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Kodak?
Yeah.
OG Kodak? Yeah.
He was mad as hell at me.
You know what's crazy is I had forgot when he hit me back, because, you know, for an interview and everything, I had forgot that you and him had issues in everything. Yeah. Until we was doing the interview and shit. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I remember you. I mean...
Hey, how'd it go? It went good, though?
Yeah, everything was smooth. Business was good. Everything was good.
For sure. I ain't had no problem with him until I seen that Loose Cannon had sent him. Bro, Loose Cannon was sending so many people to interview me, and I'm looking like, okay, well, who's our mutual friend? Go on Instagram, Loose Cannon. And you go on their page, the only person they got on there is Loose Cannon. I'm like, what is this? Like high school musical? What y'all dumbass song, bro, grade. He going through it right now. They offered his ass 20 years. Damn, going to go to 20 years at 42 years old.
And they're saying he's cooperating. It's all bad over there, man.
I knew he was gonna corroborate when they be recording all the people's phone calls like that. I knew it. I say, man, this is some police ass shit y'all doing. Cam, the man went on No Jumper and told them about actual crimes that's actually in the paperwork verbatim. The feds say they got 11,000 hours of watching No Jumper in the evidence. Unbelievable. Damn. How much time Brick maybe get? 8 years?
I don't think he's been sentenced yet, man. I think that was fake news.
Okay,
When they said he got sentenced a month or two ago, I don't think that was real. But
the next step for Adam is he gonna do a scene with Jason Love next. Cause you know Jason Love make male on male content too.
No, does he?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you let somebody with the doo-doo Dino get in your wife. You wild as hell. Goof ass. Straight Smurf on bro. Smoofy man from Smoofy land.
Well, there was this video of G Herbo. Now, G Herbo has came out and kind of moved away from the streets. He came out and said that his hood, he doesn't consider it his. It's the younger dudes now, is their hood. But this video came out and, you know, he was disrespected pretty bad. I guess he was, from what it looked like, he was walking through a club and a GD dude threw up rakes in his face.
I saw that.
And he didn't do nothing about it.
All right, here's the thing with this right here though. Anybody who know, when you're dealing with the gangsters, the GDs is going to show out any chance that they get, bro. You gonna know the gangsters in the building. So when I seen the photo, a dude throwing the race up in his face, I expected that. But on G Herbo's perspective, dude, you just paid money to get in here, to see me. So folks wanted to pay his 50 just to throw up rakes in his face. So he got his point across, and you know, let me chill. Let me be careful, because that's close. Like, that's close right there. You feel me? That's close. Because, like, some of the no limbs and my guys rotate with each other. You see what I'm saying? That's close. Shout out Newski. Oh, shit. Shout out. I'm going to say this. G Herbo will get in there with you, though. Like, he throw hands, bro. Like, he fight, he rumble, he shooting all of that. You feel me? Like, it ain't no way at that stage of the game, he got a wife at home, he got kids. And he one of the last ones left from that era, really. And you got to think about it. With Durk being gone, it's all eyes on G Herbo right now.
Yeah, G Herbo is probably him and Chief Keef, yeah.
And you know, he more active than Chief Keef is, because you know Chief Keef a producer. He make a lot of his income from making beats. So you know, Herb do a lot of shows, you feel me? I feel like he handled it appropriately because it's a lot of GDs, bro. Remember what happened with Ross, the GDs? It was certain places he couldn't even go. They was canceling tour dates and all type of stuff because of that. G Herbo played it right. I think he played it right, you feel me? He ain't tuck his shit, you know what I'm saying? He ain't tuck his shit. But at the same time though, like, you don't want to be the millionaire dude fighting with one of the GDs in the club. You up the money, you finna up the bag, and come on, y'all don't even know each other. Not even from the same state. He not beefing with them GDs. He not dissing them. He don't even know them. He dissing folks who he know. Long live my boy KTS Dre, man. Long live Londre. I miss that, man. Shout out my boy KTS Lil Art. Shout out to the Pocket. See, this gang shit this gang shit, bro, in Chicago, it ain't nothing like it in the world. Cause like, when you travel to other places, for example, right, we don't got we don't have no Southsiders in Chicago, right?
Wait, you got MS-13s.
We got MS-13s out there, right? But they like worship the devil and do all kind of shit like that. They be getting into it with the double S. So you see shit like that, you go over to the next state, and you got them there. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of this shit is based off what's going on in the jails. But in Chicago, boy, it's, cause like you go to the county jail, I'm insane. So if I go in the county jail, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna have to be a GD. You feel me? I have to be a regular GD like them, otherwise I can't be on count. So when they say one love to the back, shit, that's for the BDs and the GDs. BDs and GDs got the same literature, but they beefing with each other. You see what I'm saying? Too many paradoxes in that shit with the human condition. But that's why I told my homies, look, whoever with me, this is what we on. You know what I'm saying? We gonna stand on this, and it's been working, cause that shit get too confusing, boy. That shit get, the no limits. Shout out G Lemonade. We used to with them. We'd be over on Bennett with the no limits all the time. You know what I'm saying? Then somebody drop a song, now we beefing. Well, that shit lame, bro. I'm trying to teach my people, man. I'm trying to help changing the world, bro. G Herbo did the right thing, bro. Like, once you keep getting drugged into that gang banging shit, you be loose cannon. 42 years old going to go do a sentence. Cam, could you imagine right now having to go up in there with them young dudes?
I can't imagine it, man. I'd have to really, someone had to really do something to me, man, for me to really go crazy on them, man, and end up in a position like that, man.
That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm like, man, look, my first interview ever on Capone hit over 1 million. Most people on their first interview, they not getting no numbers like that. That shit that carried me to where, nigga, I'm in Gucci shoes, all of this shit going on. You told me, BH, can you wear something different in this interview because of the thumbnails? I go to my mailbox, shout out Tycoon. They send me shirt, hat. I'm like, man, they just solved Cam's wishes right there. I'm not finna all this up to prove to some gangster. Like, bro, I just forgot about more gangster shit than I've ever done. Why am I finna, bro, I don't like bleeding. I bleed easy. You see what I'm saying? That's why, like, I be hella aggressive. And then it's like, man, then I'm out there in Africa. Only time I hear a gunshot is when the police shooting the protesters. That's it. So I get back over here, I gotta have guns, I gotta have 6 killers with me. You know what I'm saying? You going someplace with 5 serial killers with you, something bad gonna happen eventually. Shit ain't worth it, man. So I don't shame no for saying, man, bro, the way Herb looked at dude with the rakes in his face, the way he looked at him, that's all he should have did, bro. Because anything other than that, dude don't have no mortgage. G Herbo catch a case, he just beat a Fed case. Remember that?
Yeah, they accused him of stealing money and using it for vacation or
fucking around with
like that.
He was fucking around with now. They got caught up finessing shit. He did the right thing, but you can only do so much for your guys, bro, because I'm sure you know about this. If somebody come to you and they say, yo, Cam, bro, let me get $1,000. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Once you give him that 1,000, he's gonna come back with no money, not gonna pay you back, and he's gonna ask you for 1,000 again. If G Herbo was to pay for everybody's bail, buying everybody guns, when the RICO come, he's gone. He did the right thing, bro. He an artist, man. As a man, you gotta know when to reinvent yourself, when to evolve. Because if you don't, boy, this world is cruel, brother. Cruel world. Shout out to all of these, though.
Speaking of friends not taking care of each other or friends not owing friends, did you see the video of Tracy Morgan refusing to help an old friend who became homeless?
See, that's the thing, bro. I don't think that was his. I feel like, bro, what did Vladimir Putin say? He said the only thing that he can't forgive is betrayal, right? If somebody betray you, you might hold on to that for a long time. So like when I see certain people beefing, if I know they got history, I don't get involved because they got too much history. Eventually, they gonna figure out a pathway to get back cool. Tracy Morgan had a whole terrible accident, was almost incapacitated. He said ain't nobody coming to the hospital to check up on him. Dude on that street didn't come to the hospital. He remembered that. And then we don't know what dude did to him. He said, I still ain't forgot. He told dude, I still ain't forgot.
He said, don't talk to me like you owe me money. Talking that shit to me when I was younger. I don't know what that means. I don't know how serious that is, or when you're young, you're a kid. I don't know. You know what I mean? Kids talk a lot of shit. I don't know.
Tracy Morgan is a comedian, right?
Yeah.
You know why I don't hang with comedians?
Why is that?
Because to be a comedian, a good comedian, you got to be a good hater.
Okay.
So imagine him and that dude's conversations. For him to remember this long, oh, I still ain't forgot. He said, well, I'm homeless. He said, I ain't do that. We still don't know. He might have sent them a Zelle later on that day. We don't know. And that's the whole thing about it, bro. That's why I'm looking at this Epstein shit the same way. You feel me? We only see one part. And people running with that shit. How many times do people call you and ask you for money, Cam?
I don't get too many calls for money.
Now
I pretty much say no to. There's only a couple people that I say yes to.
So that means you nipped that in the bud a long time ago to prevent it from being a problem now.
Right.
That's the same thing right there. Same thing, bro. Same core principles. Because we can always pick our actions, but we cannot pick our consequences. And that's people's problem.
I hear that. Well, they're saying that Tracy Morgan secured a $90 million settlement from his accident with Walmart. Did you see that?
Now, bro, that's what I was saying, bro. For that accident, he was about to be paralyzed. He was in a wheelchair for almost a year. That's where he got a lot of that money from. So it's kind of like, man, he almost died for that money. He ain't finna give it away to somebody who probably, man, dude, you don't know what he did. He could have took his girl, could have spit in his face, could have fronted him off in front of somebody, and he still could have probably sent them a Zelle later on that night. You never know, bro.
You never know.
90 million? I might have gave him a 50 out there. Here, man. I might have threw him a 50. You would have gave him like at least a dub, right, Cam? Something like that?
I probably would have, man. It depended on our history, because we really don't know their history. But probably, depending, as long as it wasn't too bad. If it was just somebody I didn't like, or, we had some incidents, I'd have gave him some money probably.
For sure. So, it's
Especially
probably...
Especially if I got like 90 million.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Hey, you sitting on a 90 ball, I'll be the happiest man alive. I'll be passing out money at least once a week. If I got 90 million, I can write that shit off. You see how Tracks NYC do, he write all of that off. Entertainment, business expense. We should do that one. We should do that one day. Go somewhere and give out like 10 grand to some people. That's going viral. Capone giving out 10K. Matter of fact, we finna do a giveaway. So somebody our bodyguard for gave me a bunch of designer stuff like Birkin bags. Matter of fact, hey, you can have me one of them Birkins right there? We finna do a giveaway on that table right there, brother. We about to do a giveaway. All right. How we gonna do this, Cam? We gotta do a giveaway. How you wanna do this? Cause they hand me this box right here too, brother. Well, this bag like $20,000.
Damn.
So, you know, somebody told me, I better not see you saying my name in no interview. So they sent me some nice stuff. I'm gonna give one to my mama, but we gonna give one of these Birkins out to, it's 3 of them total. This shit like $100 grand worth of bags. Very famous person gave them to me. I ain't gonna say their name because they said they don't want me to say them. Look at this one. This like some type of crocodile. It's going down. See, listen, when you come on Cam Capone, do it right, man. You feel me? You do it right, stay consistent, listen to Cam, and you will be able to, cause bro, I would never get my hands on this shit. It's 3 of them. I never would have got my hands on no shit like this. But she said, I better not see you saying my name in no interviews because I see you famous and stuff now. I'm like, oh, we did good business, but you know. So yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway, bro. We're gonna figure it out. Cause I got some new content that's about to drop on the Cam Capone News channel. I listen to all of the messages, all of the DMs, and y'all telling me what y'all want to see me do. So I got y'all. It's going down.
You brought up Tracked NYC.
Yeah.
Did you see him flipping out on that guy over, he says he ripped him off?
I watch that video every day. And I told him, I say, bro, you could have called me, bro. You feel me? You should have had somebody there with you when this is going on. They trying to choke the man out. Cause you know, bro, a lot of them dudes is fiery because they feel like they doing honest business. And they done got over so many times, they take it personal. You know, he said he spent over $400 million in the Diamond District. He said, I seen a video, people that stole gold bars out of his safe. Dude spit in his face. I ain't gonna lie, you spit in my face, Draco coming out immediately. It might be multiple leg shots.
Trax did run up on him kind of crazy though. I was like, damn.
He warmed my heart with that. Where's my money? You bitch. He was snapping. Now look. I do understand though, as a businessman, if somebody is putting your logo on a receipt, portraying it as you, and then undervaluing the customer, selling them something that's not the right amount of gold, ripping people off, you know, that would piss me off. But then he said it's been happening for years.
Is that what happened? Can you break down what happened?
Yeah, so what happened was, customer comes to him, he said, hey bro, I came here to buy some jewelry from you. These guys said that they worked for you and they said that you were out of a certain type of Cuban link bracelet. So the dude sold them the bracelet for $20,000 when it was really like a $13,000 bracelet. It wasn't the right amount of gold. It was supposed to be 14 karat gold, ended up being 10 karat gold. And he said they've been doing this shit for years. They'll make their own receipts that say Tracks NYC and it's telling people bullshit jewelry. And it's not real. So when something happened with it, they come back to get a refund. And he said, bro, I didn't sell you this. It's not even my receipt. And it all come back to them same dudes every time. That's bad business, bro. You feel me? That's bad business. And, you know, certain other people would have handled that a lot different, bro. You know, he went up in there. Yo, the screaming was crazy, but you can look at his face and tell he tired of that shit. When a man get tired of something, bro, he usually spaz, bro. He didn't go out there and throw money in the street. He was snapping for about a week straight. I don't blame him though, bro. I don't blame him though. But I feel like Trax accomplished what he wanted to, though. You know, they closed down and they not in that location no more. And they all got locked up. They went to jail for that shit. I'm gonna try to get next to him soon, though, man. I'm like, look, bro, you gotta have a real bodyguard, bro. Like, you can't have people out here. You can't just have your normal employees you can't go from selling watches to being a head buster, bro. You feel me? You gotta finagle it. I work for him because he can afford a lawsuit on bro grave. He can afford the lawsuit. I work for him. I'm knocking somebody dead the fuck out. How I'm gonna do Corey Holcomb when I get him in this ring on bro. Shout out G Marco on the back. We at Marco Studios, Fodell. We doing a Birkin giveaway, man. Y'all see it right here, right now. Now look, if you go sell it, or do whatever you want to go do with it, but God told me to do a giveaway. That's what we gonna do. Fodell.
Man, yeah, seeing that video was crazy, man. You know, I always see him going viral, giving out gold and gold bars and silver bars and, you know, everything else, man. Yeah, man, it sounds like that the jewelry game is just as bad as like the music game or the drug game, where it's just completely cutthroat.
And I knew this shit years ago, bro. Before I was an evolved person, you know, people used to get their belongings taken from them sometimes, you feel me? And it was several times. Watches, we stopped taking watches because you get the watch from somebody, they didn't put, oh my God. First off, diamonds are worth whatever you can get for them because there's no shortage of diamonds. For years, they painted it like diamonds is a shortage, it's a fine precious stone. Now they got lab diamonds, they can grow them by reproducing the carbon compressing in a lab. Bro, diamonds has never been more valuable than gold and silver.
Did you hear that the value of diamonds is going down because of all the lab-grown diamonds?
Bro, why would you pay $3 million for a chain when you can get the same chain for $60,000 lab? Why would you want stones where people have to die and starve and get killed to mine them? The whole blood diamond thing, we can stop blood diamonds in one day by just going to lab. But for some reason, living on this planet, part of the human condition is this paradox of oppression all the time. I'm still trying to figure it out, but that's what it's going. As a black man, you should be going to go buy lab diamonds fast because it's your people that was dying in them goddamn diamond mines for years when they didn't even have to do that shit. They could have been making them in the lab the whole time. They've been making lab diamonds with almost 30 years. The jewelers just had a monopoly on the jewelry game. Like, okay, like this watch right here. It's a Cartier watch, right? You look at somebody's Cartier, it don't even sweep. And then most of them, it's supposed to be real gold and then onto the stainless. But most of these people, they're getting the watches and they're just changing the color of this and selling it like it's actually gold. The jewelry game is a vicious game. Right now, like that video of Von 1700, his chain, they hit it with a diamond tester, only certain stones beat. Bro, the jewelers is doing that. They'll put CZs in there with your diamonds. Cause you not finna diamond test 200 different stones. That's what's going on, bro. I used to do security for a football guy, his name Jared Faison. Jared Faison paid $50,000 for a bust down watch. Come to find out the watch was fake. And the jeweler was like, listen, don't go to the internet. Don't go to the internet. I'll replace it. I'll replace it. But he had the watch for 3 years. That jewelry game, a filthy game. Shout out my boy Jared.
I've heard of that. They're called Frankenstein watches, right?
Bro, they get a different movement, not from the original watch, and then they fabricate their own link bracelet and casing. So like the watches of Frankenstein watch, nothing else, none of it is original. But they selling it to you like it's original. If you go to the Rolex store, they won't even sell you a watch. Go to Patek Philippe, go to Richard Mille. I go to Richard Mille, I'm trying to see what's going on. We have nothing for sale. Patek say the same thing. It's a 6-year waiting list for all of these places. So when you see people with these watches, most of it is aftermarket. They manufacturing stuff, they finessing hard like the dope game, man. They re-rocking shit on bro. Like this bracelet, for example. This bracelet right here, if this bracelet was natural, it would be almost $16,000. Lab, $2,000. Which one you finna get? Because when you try to go sell it, you losing money anywhere.
Probably depends on the occasion, but if I'm just on some, I'm just gonna wear some shit, then for sure I'm going.
If it's for me, yeah, I'm going lab. For my girl, my mama, I'm gonna go get the natural shit, you feel me? Because, you know, we guys, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to get fly, get out, get back in. For them, it's an emotional memento, then that's cool. But like, man, spending $3 million on a pointer chain when you can get the same chain for 60, I'm going 60 ball every day. Because you can't sell it for $3 million.
Right, you'll probably never get that money back, especially now with the price of diamonds dropping.
It's over with. We watching a lot of shit change in a short amount of time. Ever since 2020 to now, it's been a lot of rapid changes in the world for sure.
For sure.
Dang.
Jack Boy dropped an interrogation video of Kodak Black. And they're accusing Kodak of snitching on the people who robbed his house and the people who helped him try to get some of his stuff back. Now, I guess Kodak went looking for the people who robbed his house. And I guess while he was looking for these people, he roughed up, beat up some people, and he ended up getting the cops called on him. He goes down there. When he gets down there, I guess he eventually ends up telling the police who the people were that helped him rough these guys up. And this is the interrogation video that Jack Boy dropped. And, you know, one of the things that everybody was saying is like, nobody even really cared anymore.
Jack Boy had real attempts on his life. I don't think he should be playing these games right here, especially whenever we had beef with somebody, folks grave, I'm lying on flying, on the guys. If I knew if he was a drug addict, I did not handle the situation the same if somebody I knew it was sober. You see what I'm saying? We just seen Kodak just wrecked his car, left his car in the middle of the traffic. You just saw that?
Yeah, I was going to actually get into that next.
You see what I'm saying? So you see somebody on this path for destruction like this, man, after watching that Kai Cenat stream with Kodak, I say, oh, he getting high. When somebody getting high, bro, they liable to do anything. And bro, don't nobody even care about that shit no more, bro. You feel me? Like, we not living in the era where in every neighborhood you got 3 or 4 dope dealers, where the income from drugs is affecting the sociology of the neighborhood. We don't have that anymore. You know, the guy 6'9", dude Tekashi, hired somebody to shoot at somebody and then told on that man. And he's just walking around doing interviews with everybody because people not standing on certain business, right? Shady finna get deported when he get out, you feel me? Male Matrix in them, you feel me? Like, that's why you don't bring squares into the mix. Point blank period. Because every time I brought somebody that was weak around me, they eventually betrayed me somehow. So, and people who know they don't belong always have their escape route in their mind. So you gotta always keep them things in mind, bro. Like, I don't feel like that shit with Kodak and Jack Boy, I feel like that shit need to end. Because the only outcome is what? Dead, jail. in that beef, niggas' mamas have been killed. At the rape, killing each other, it ain't gonna be no more left. Like, I don't understand, like, where are we going with this? To me, I think the most gangster shit you can do is to be able to bring your enemies to a table and y'all figure it out. That's what the presidents and them do. That's what the real bosses do. That's what the real gangsters do. Vladimir Putin, house get bombed, he called Trump. Trump tell him you gotta stop killing people. Kim Jong in North Korea just had dinner with a guy. He said, oh, the man who's trying to kill me. And he's like, well, we haven't been successful yet. And they sitting down having dinner, figuring it out. We gotta really, if we gonna be on some gangster shit, that's really get gangster. Like all of this, oh, he say, she say, let's have a shootout, man. Watch out, man. That shit lame. And then shooting up cribs, they taking the fun out of it with that. That ain't no fun. You shooting up houses, kids up in there. Man, watch out. Like all of that shit is washed up, man. It's time for everything to evolve and change if it's gonna stick around.
Now, Kodak Black did get in a pretty crazy, serious car accident where the whole front end of his car was smashed in. Did you see that? You seen it?
Oh, yeah, I seen that. Well, here's the thing, though, bro. Like, anybody who been in that field, playing with X pills and playing with certain chemicals, bro, you survived damn near everything. You feel me? Like, you survived damn near everything. You know what I'm saying? You only really die when you also, look at drunk drivers. Drunk drivers kill 10. They going to jail though, no injuries. Look at Henry Ruggs, the guy who played for the Raiders. He crashed, killed that lady and his dog. Shit catch on fire. He getting ready to get out of jail.
Different states have different laws. Yo, I remember there was this chick in LA. She killed a few people when she was drinking and driving. Man, she ain't never getting out, bro.
Oh, they gave her all day.
Oh yeah. She killed. Man, I want to say like 4 people, bro. Like it was. She was speeding through a stoplight. Man, she hit cars. Cars went into signs, busted in flames. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
She coming home in February. Damn.
February 31st.
Oh, that's the only thing that scared me, bro. A life sentence, just to know when they slam that gate that you ain't never coming up out of there. Whew.
Well, a lady came out and detailed the situation with Kodak, and she said that the car smacked into her dad. And when it smacked into it and they went to pull over, like Kodak and his homies hopped out of the car and tried to fight dude and even swung on him. And then they took off running.
You know Kodak, his license say Bill Capri. That's his name on there.
Okay.
His legal name is Bill Capri. Bill, why are you even driving and you know you getting smacked? Bro, Kodak be smacked. He be lit up. He should not be driving at all, bro. His homies bogus as hell for letting him drive. What's going on? Are we in the era where you can't tell somebody what to do because they got money? You can't make a suggestion to your homie to survive because he got money? Is that what we going on? Get the f out of here. That's coward shit. I ain't finna let you kill us. What the f? Coward shit. I hope Kodak can get his act together, man. Cause man, like he should be selling out arenas. Bro, he should be up there with YoungBoy, bro. Them drugs because going to jail and coming back don't really hurt rappers. Them drugs slow down your productivity and how you interact with people. I don't care who you are, man. Like if you doing drugs every day, you're gonna make some very harsh choices that's gonna be bad for you. You know, you got to give your brain some time to heal, man. I pray for that young guy. I'm going to reach out to him, see if I can get in contact with him, so see if I can help out. But, Bill, you shouldn't be driving, boy. Your ass tweaking.
Now, in some surprising news, a lot of people are trying to compare YoungBoy to Michael Jackson.
Whoa, 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 whoa. And this is no shot at YoungBoy. I think he's a generational talent. I'm happy that he's got his life back on a correct path and he's living out his purpose. But Michael Jackson, people would faint, cry on the street, grown people. Bro, Michael Jackson was a global icon, bro. Like, I think that YoungBoy got some more work to do. And then it's two different genres of music too, you know. He not big as Mike. He not big as Mike. But he on his way to being. Ro, you think YoungBoy big as Mike? Ro.
Absolutely not.
No, hell no. You think he big as Mike, Cam? No, bro. That's not even the same league, really.
I don't think Jackson's as big as Mike.
Michael Jackson hologram? He got a hologram show. They got a hologram doing a show just sold out a stadium. With his hologram. YoungBoy ain't on that level yet. He nice, but you know, there's still a lot of destruction in his music. And that can only go so far. Because have you ever seen a drill rapper tour?
You mean besides Durk or Chief Keef, or you mean like an up-and-coming guy?
I'm just saying, like, because it's hard to tour with drill music. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like...
A lot of violence.
A lot of violence.
You know what? YoungBoy had a few of his shows canceled.
See what I'm saying? Like, you not canceling a Michael Jackson show, you feel me? Like, you not canceling a Michael Jackson show. He could call the president.
Well, Michael Jackson was worldwide too, you know.
On every continent. He would sell out stadiums on every continent.
Right.
That YoungBoy is doing great for a rapper in the streaming age. I shout out to him, I salute him. But no. The Michael Jackson they gotta slow down with that.
You know, I did see Charleston White say that he was this generation's Michael Jackson.
But then what about Chris Brown? Like, he's the closest thing to Mike.
For sure.
He's the closest thing to Mike, you know. And then, you know, Michael Jackson wasn't a rapper. But, you know, because of social media apps, you see certain shit a lot, and you kind of get programmed to believe in certain things. But you gotta think about it, bro. Like, everybody that was in World War I is dead. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of Michael Jackson's fans have aged, but if there was new Michael Jackson music coming out, you will see new Michael Jackson fans, for sure. For sure. Shout out YoungBoy, though. And shout out Michael Jackson, because his name wasn't in the Epstein files not one time. And they tried to paint him out to be a pedophile. So Netflix, y'all bogus as hell. With those fake ass documentaries. You can hear me?
Yep.
With those fake ass documentaries they had come out about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wasn't in the Epstein files one time.
He wasn't in there one time. That's okay.
It's a filthy game these boys playing. They rigging the game with black magic, Cam. I know this for a fact. They rigging the game, man. They making these sacrifices to these whatever they are. We see people in Congress coming out and say, oh, it's not aliens, it's extra dimensionals. And you see Hillary Clinton filing FOIA to get the location of Gilgamesh's tomb. This stuff is supposed to be fake. Gilgamesh is a fallen angel, which would make him, what, a demon? Why is he filing FOIA requests for his burial site? And they found the burial site. You know, BBC came out with this story years ago with the actual footage from this place. And everything they told us was fake has turned out to be true. So, you know, us as a people gotta wake up because they rigging the game with these little rituals. And then, bro, when you start thinking about your life, how many things is a ritual? A lot, especially in gang culture. Standing in a circle, motherfuckers fighting. Like with the GDs, you gotta light a match. And you gotta fight until the match go out. That's a whole ritual. They rigging the game, Cam. They rigging the motherfucking game.
Well, Max B has been in the hot seat lately. You know, he's accused of snitching, whack 100s, dropping paperwork. He's accused of snitching on his co-defendants. You know, his brother Pooh Sims, who allegedly is the guy. You know, allegedly what happened is this girl was around some guy with like $30,000. She told Max B. Max B told Pooh Sims. Pooh Sims went to get it. Something happened. Some guy ended up getting killed. They all ended up going to jail. The dude Pooh Sims got life in jail. Well, I guess they told Max B that we're going to give you a sentence reduction, but we want you to tell us the truth about what happened. So I guess he goes in there and tells them the truth, and he gets his sentence reduced.
Was this part of a plea deal?
I believe it was some sort of plea deal. Yeah.
Because in order to get a plea deal, you have to admit to what you did.
Right. Well, he went and told the whole story though.
Oh, so he threw somebody that was alive under the bus.
His brother, Pooh Sims, and Pooh Sims is already, he's doing life.
Oh, shit.
This has been a real big topic of conversation on the internet, you know, because you have a lot of people standing by Max B saying that he's not a snitch, and you got a lot of people going hard saying that he is a snitch, and it has caused a lot of division between people.
Did Max B get on the stand and testify against somebody?
Not
or just interrogation room stuff?
So not in like a Tekashi 6ix9ine type of way, but I believe he went back to a stand or the court when he told his side of the story. But no, he didn't get on the stand and point nobody out.
Gosh, to be more careful. I'm going to say this right here. We need to get away from this whole who's a snitch or who's not a snitch, because is there like an international snitch enforcement? Or like, is there like some type of group that travels around and punishes snitches or something? I never seen it. I don't know. But it's got to be like some type of paramilitary group that show up with helicopters and flashlights when they find out somebody snitched, the way these boys carrying it on. Cause like, didn't he do like 12 years in the pen?
I think maybe even more than that. But
who
yeah,
do 15 years in the pen and they told?
Well, I think he was supposed to do like 60.
Okay, so he got home early, and they say this is how he got home early.
Right.
Woo. If you cannot do the time, do not do the crime. Because I will say this, when I look at certain people, like I look at certain guys, and I know in their heart they wish they didn't, but they did. Like, I was supposed to do an interview, me, Maverick, Devon, and Tekashi, and I said I'm not doing it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be there for that. Because, you know, bro, anybody who signed up for something know what they signed up for. You know, and you shouldn't be sacrificing nobody else if we all signed up for the same thing. And you can look at Tekashi's face every time he's trying to explain himself every time to why he's still a real. When it's over with, 21 Savage and them is never gonna do a song with you, man. Lil Baby and them is never gonna kick it with you. It's over with, man. You gotta reinvent yourself, go do something positive. Cause you know, I'm not doing no gangster shit with somebody with a wig on in the first place. The man had on lace front wigs and shit, and they doing gangster shit with him. Crazy. You feel me? But at the end of the day, the older guys who brought him around, they couldn't keep control of the monster they created. Point blank period. They shouldn't have had a little dude out there doing none of that shit in the first place. Lame as I don't with that telling shit.
I've always thought they should have just protected the bag when it came to 6ix9ine.
Absolutely,
They should have just, bro. If you had a dude who's making millions of dollars and bringing in that type of money, bro, you ain't committing no crimes.
Not committing no crimes, bro. What you
gonna be the guy that pays for the lawyers.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying?
Because look, I was at LAX one day. It was Tekashi was there, Billy Otto was there, some other dudes, and they had a fist fight in passenger pickup with some other dudes. And Tekashi was the first person to get knocked down. And then he get up, he never even got back in the fight. I'm looking like, Johnny Dang was there. You feel me? I'm looking like, what's the point of this, bro? Like, you don't even have to do this. You don't even have to do this. You supposed to be on stage getting the cheese, bro. Like, all that. Well, he did cool to be so bogus. You hired this man, and then you told on him? That's just the most, oh my God.
That's a cold one right there.
Straight Smurf, man. He's a straight Smurf on bro, Smoofy. That's
on Vlad TV, 1090 Jake said there's a lot of people that wished that they snitched that are in jail right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, I'm not gonna say it ain't nothing like the free world, bro. It's nothing like the free world. I'm sure there's people in there who wish they would have just said, man, y'all. But at the end of the day, you only get to be a man once, bro. Once you give it up, once you turn it over, it's forever turned over. And you know, I always say, you know, a coward die 1,000 deaths, man. A gangster only die once. Point blank period. And it's getting to the point where the young people don't care because they was calling Boston Richie a snitch and he done beat the feds twice. Ain't nobody celebrating him. They should be celebrating that, but they not. You know what I'm saying? Another paradox of the human condition. You feel me? Like, you got people saying taking a plea agreement is snitching now. I thought snitching is when two people committed a crime and one of them told on the other. They saying the old lady in her window seeing people outside shooting, calling the police as a snitch. That's not a snitch. That's the old lady. She's supposed to do this. She don't come outside with Dracos and Blicks. She not selling perk 30s on the block. She go down to the church. She go over here to the pantry. She come back home. She shouldn't have to get shot up. So she's gonna call the police. Now y'all targeting old ladies for calling the police on outside shooting in broad daylight? Clown shit. Clown shit. I hope the streets go extinct because all they ever gave, bro, my homie who was in the shootout with me, I'm gonna bring him for my next interview, my boy Lil Fluid. He was my security for me every day. He just got his veneers. I lost my teeth, he lost his teeth in the shootout. He got a glass eye. He lost his eye in the same shootout. We had to put up money to get his nose put back together. 223 bullet took his face off damn near, and he was still shooting back. There's no reward for that shit. It's no pension. It's no 401k. The streets not giving you a monthly YouTube check. Nothing. Motherfuckers gotta do something different, bro. That shit is over with. It ain't no point in it. I just seen a video, folks' grave. 4 shooters popped out to smoke a female cause she dissing on the internet. Y'all just popped out 4 shooters for this? I'm cool on it. Cause it's scary stories about me, man. It's scary stories about my homies. Free Dugas, man. Like, if you ain't got no scary stories about your name, that's fine. Leave that shit alone. Cause that trauma gonna always be there.
And there was a baby in that car too.
It was a man, her boyfriend was in there, but she was the target. They weren't even trying to shoot him.
I think he lived, or he might live. He's doing okay from what I heard.
Man.
Yeah, she got killed, and that baby, somehow the baby didn't even get touched, and they was going wild on that car.
Because the baby was in the back seat in the car seat. So, and they was aiming directly at old girl, though. So, when you see the car pull off, they stopped again to blick at her side again. I give them their props for going to get their man, but at the same time, I'll never condone violence against women, but if she put herself in the man game, how you gonna post they dead homies in their casket on your page? Dissing. What you expect to happen? They don't got no job. They got them Dracos though. They finna come slide. Man, I done seen so much death. It's to the point where I'm just trying to preach life into people, bro. Cause man, they don't wanna die. I've been there before. When your vision starts to go out, you feel that cold feeling in your body, like, oh shit, my heart's stopping. Oh shit. I had a whole little experience. I seen a set of red stairs. When I woke up, I was happy as hell to wake up. Like, damn. I thought I was out of there. I'm looking over at my homie. Shit, we were shot up. I've seen people face, bro, when they're dying, but they didn't want to die, bro. You don't want to die. Even if you suicidal somewhere, you don't want to die, man. Stick around, it might get better the next day. We gotta stop throwing our lives away for nonsense, though. Bro.
Did you see the Kevin Gates interview?
With Shannon Sharp?
With Shannon Sharp, yep.
Yeah, I seen that. That was a good interview.
One of the things that he said, and I wanted to get your take on this because I know you know a lot about this type of stuff, man, is he said he was with his mom one night, and he told his mom, why would his cousin's dad go kill 2 of his family members? And then the next day, that shit happened.
Right. This is called astral projected. And people tend to have these outer body experiences where they seem to predict the future. A group of scientists out of UCLA came out and they said that after their studies, they found out that they've been able to help people communicate with other people while they're asleep through dreams. And another thing is, the brain doesn't invent a new face. So in your dreams, it's all faces you've seen before. And once you tap into the spiritual realm of things, everybody can't do it though. Some people are more sensitive to it than others. That's why you see the classified files coming out from the CIA where they would use children, because a lot of children are more sensitive to these telekinetic abilities, astral projection, remote viewing. We just seen Elon Musk get patents on telekinesis, which is communication through the thought. The world is built on 3 principles: sound, light, and frequency. At the right measurements on each of them, crazy things can take place. The human body is the greatest creation that we know. And our brain is an antenna. Some people can pick up on more frequencies than others. So when we go out on investigations, we have thermal camera, forward-looking infrared, night vision, because certain things show up in different frequencies. In his situation, he seems like somebody that's always had a spiritual aspect to him. And he's always had the confidence, it seems like, to say what's on his mind. I imagine if people would have took that seriously, he probably could have got saved. Because how many times have we seen people, man, I had a dream about something happening, and did it happen? Because one group of scientists say that our dreams take place in a different dimension. So if our dreams are happening in a different dimension, that means probably a different time, while you're asleep. If time is indeed linear, that means that everything is happening at the same time. But in order for you to see it, you got to be tapped into your frequencies. Because in Africa, they on African time. They believe time folds over on itself. If you invite somebody over there to be someplace at 5, they gonna be there at 7, bro. That's how everything is out there. And because they believe that time is linear and their ancestors is watching over them as they live, so they supposed to live in the moment. Same core principles.
Now, Kevin Gates did get some backlash. I remember for him saying that he jump-started a car with his hands.
Yeah, but that's not uncommon, though. Yeah, that's not uncommon. Other people have been able to do this as well. There are certain people on the earth that their bodies can act as a conductor for electricity. Like some people can touch electricity and it not kill them, other people they can. I know a guy who has been struck by lightning 11 different times, right? Doctors can't explain it. I've been electrocuted before, around with some shit, and my left shoe got melted because electricity went through my body, came out my left shoe until it melted my shoe. They said that's because I was fat. They said if I was skinny, I would have fried myself. Depending on your composition of your body is going to determine how your body reacts to certain things. Him jump starting the battery, that's not that far-fetched. It's not that far-fetched.
Well, some new Lil Durk paperwork has dropped, and it's not looking good for Durk. The feds are alleging that they are protecting a witness who was in multiple videos as a form of payment for his role in Lil Pop's murder. So, I believe they're saying he's in PC, but, everybody thinks they're talking about OTF Jam. I'm just going to say it. Some people ain't saying it, but, that's who everybody believes he's talking about, or they're talking about.
The moment I seen these boys went through TSA to go on a hit, I was flabbergasted. Because when you get you a fake ID, get you a Shiesty, take that 2-day train ride to California, man. Leave your cell phone at the house, have your baby mama on the phone calling somebody else, help you get an alibi. Going through TSA, ridiculous. Not going to go buy, but you can go get some stolen cars for $300-400. Going to the goddamn rental car place with the OTF credit card, that seemed just like a setup within itself, bro. You feel me? Then you got the guy Vonnie, who done already turned state's evidence. I don't think Durk finna come home after this one. Like, this is why I tell people, bro, like, the level of gangster that we had to operate on compared to what I'm seeing, I don't even see no point in this shit no more, man, because that's just rookie shit, you feel me? And then Jam is a lot bigger than all of them. So you see one big dude on camera and one skinny dude on camera. So obviously that's fool. And then y'all don't pay the man? Y'all don't pay the killers? Of course they gonna switch on you. Like, too much talking on that phone. Let me ask you this, Cam. Unfortunate situation take place, and now you got to go back to your old self. Are you finna get on a plane, or you gonna drive?
You can't get on no plane, bro. You gotta drive. You gotta find someone in that city that you trust. That would have probably been his best bet.
Because people get away with murder every day.
Right. Had he worked with people who are from LA, it would have been a lot better. But I think he probably wanted, I mean, allegedly, right? Allegedly.
This is all hypothetical. It's all allegedly. We're not trying to convict nobody here. We're just having a conversation.
He probably wanted his own people in on it, I'm guessing.
He wanted them bragging rights, right? But if you want that, you got to go do it yourself then. I always tell people, I'm not going to tell on me. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I want something done and I want to keep it a secret, I'm not going to do it my damn self, bro. I feel like any man on the street know that. The moment you make a call one time, it's over with. Soon as you pick up that phone and you want to coordinate some shit over a phone, it's a wrap right then and there, man. Especially that high profile, and look where it happened at. So you gotta watch, this is what I'm telling you, bro. That energy and that dark magic shit is real. Cause think about this. People get smoked on 61st, 63rd all the time. No arrests. Duck got killed in the Gold Coast. FBI's involved now. They killed fool in Beverly Hills. People get shot all across California all the time. It don't bring the federal government in. You go in those places where the property value is high, you playing with the money, they coming for you.
It's a problem.
It's gonna be, they gonna come for you every time.
Well, you know, this is kind of some news right here, man, that I don't think anybody's really aware of, but there's a guy out there who is allegedly selling an 8-minute audio of OTF Jam breaking down why he's snitching on Lil Durk and telling the whole story. And he's selling it for a lot of money. That's why it hasn't been out yet.
What's the number? You know the number?
Yeah, he wants $10,000 for it.
Well, tears?
He wants $10,000 for it. And that's why I don't think anybody has picked it up yet, because the amount of money that he wants is a grip.
I think if it was a video of him telling the story of the sale. Just audio? Nah, probably not so much. If it was a video of him.
Well, I think he's in jail. I think that's why. OTF Jam's in jail. And I think dude was talking and he recorded the conversation without Jam knowing.
Okay. Oh, so he backdooring Jam then.
Right.
No honor amongst thieves. Damn. These guys stop with all this Smurf-ass activity. I'm going to say this, right? They shouldn't have did that shit. They shouldn't have did that shit. Point blank period. Because, bro, it's every man for himself now. Every man for himself now. And if Durk would have been able to fight this case from the street, it would have been a lot better for him. But he can't. They not letting him up out of there. And it's like, damn. Well, I know what it's like, bro, being in jail. You feel me? And it's like, all right. I know I'm coming out of here. Another reason why I live where I live at, because you can get a bond out here, Jay, and they got bail bondsmen and everything. They don't got that shit in Chicago. So for them to pull such a heinous act, they just repeated what happened with the O Block guy. They repeated that, bro. You cannot go to these people areas and commit brazen crimes like this. They take that type of stuff personally and they come for you. Bro, they have access to some of the craziest resources, bro. Like, Well, there's an app. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because I probably shouldn't even know about that, and I don't want to cause no problems. But I'm gonna say this: free Big Duga, man. Folks, Greg. Free my brother. Long live the guys, man. Stay out the streets, bro. Like, who want to be locked up with a bunch of dudes every day? You know, who want to have to be gangster all day? You feel me? Like smelling men for the rest of my life, but I'll probably check. I might just have a heart attack off that. Just thinking about that, I might just check, because that's just like, oh my God. I can't get a Modelo. Oh, I can't get no carne asada. Oh no. Oh no. That'll hurt my soul. My mama gotta come visit me up in this. And my mama got cancer right now, man. So I just found that out. I just found that out. And it's like, if I was still living my old life, I'd be getting ready to go behind the wall like just like everybody else. And it's kind of like, man, bro, we gotta take a look in the mirror. But that shit ain't worth it, bro. It's not all of this for what? And think how this shit started. This shit started because Vaughn got himself killed by putting his hands on somebody. We shouldn't have been doing that shit. Because in Chicago, we only fight our guys. We only fight our homies. Why would he expect them boys to fight him and knowing who he is? All of this, look at how many lives has been affected because of Vaughn.
Bro, you can break down that whole night. It's crazy the domino effect it had. Because, I mean, you know, you had Slutty and Louis both got killed that night. And then, you know.
Louis died later.
Louis died later. Louis died about a year ago. And then, you know, now you're looking at, you know, Lil Durk.
The old Block 5.
The old Block 5, I mean, yeah, that was something different. But yeah, I mean, you know, if you want to talk about the total, yeah, I mean, all the kids, I think between all the guys who got locked up from the old Block 5, it was like 20-something kids affected. Now you're talking, you know, Lil Durk. Lil Durk got what, like 13 kids or something? Yeah. Like, he has a ton of kids, plus all these other guys have, I mean, the chain reaction from all this stuff is really, is nuts.
But they really saying that Vaughn was the one, pardon me, they saying Vaughn is the one who put the money up for the bounty to kill Duck. That's what made them run down there and do that hot ass shit. Think about that, all these lives affected by one person who chose to walk in the dark. This is why I was having fist fights with my guys. I'm like, bro, I'd rather fight you right now than have to go through the embarrassment of that GoFundMe going up because you done got yourself smoked. Because we live in this cycle of nonsense. That's what it is, bro, because it's not like they making millions of dollars out of O-Block or off Lemron. They making the money from the music industry. What are they even funding? They funding a war about people dissing each other. This is far beyond gang politics, man. This is a religious view. This is ideologies. I don't look at it as gangs. I look at it for what it is. You have armed groups with blood feuds that are competing with each other to get record deals. That's what it is.
Yeah, man, it's all sad situations. You know, a lot of lives affected over nothing.
Nothing, bro. I used to live on 456 East 61st Street. I met TB, I met Poppy, I met all the guys from 600. I done been around Durk. I met him when I was bodyguarding Rocky Fresh. Lil Mouse came up. I met all of these people. I remember when everybody was cool. 600 was at some of our first rap shows that we ever did. We all in the same section together. Wasn't no problem. Soon as that BDK song came out, that changed everything, bro. And people got made money off of that shit. And that's what caused the problem. That's what caused the problem. That shit unfortunate. I'm just, man, my artist, YLGJ, my boy Jay about to drop some shit, man. And me and Ro got some songs coming. Cause all the rappers locked up. I might as well start back rapping now. I'm booked for like 3 rap shows, Kim.
There you go. We need some excitement in hip hop, bro, cause man, everybody's dead or going to jail.
Oh, that
or,
is crazy.
You know, being outed as snitches. So it's like, bro, like there's no new exciting artist in hip hop.
It's really dry right now, right?
Dry as hell.
Say less. I know exactly what to do. Oh no. Big balls, whole lot of racks. All right, say less.
I wanted to ask you about this because I know you got a lot of experience with being around really famous people. Now, I seen this video of this guy saying that Floyd sent somebody over to invite him and his girlfriend to the VIP section with him. And he said he didn't go because he said he was like, I know once I get there, they're going to try to separate me and my girl. And then it's going to be a problem when they Floyd's going to try to take my girl. And they was going to try to separate us once they got us over there to the VIP. So there was no way I was going to go over there.
Cam, this is why I rock with you so well. I used to do that exact thing to people. They say, Big Keith, go over there, invite him and his girl over to the section, tell everybody to come over here and drink with us. I'm like, why? Oh, she's a total smoke show, Big Keith, and I need her. I'm like, all right. Go over there, you invite the dude and this girl to the section, she get walled off. You know how many times I've had a client do that, and then he'll have the security from the club come and throw the dude out? Bro, several times I will be bodyguarding the guy. He would have this same scenario. Once he gets them to the table, he will go over, pay the security to say, hey, this guy's at my table. He's being a total Can you guys get him out of here? And while they got the girl distracted, while they drinking and kicking it with her, he getting drugged out the spot. And I'm looking like, damn, this is filthy. So that's why when people see me, I start bringing my homies out with me. Cause it's like, okay, somebody might be waiting outside later because of shit like that. Bro, that's so common. And he did the right thing. Don't fall for it, bro. But you seen what Drake did, flew dude and his girl out. Fool say he woke up, him and his girl is in the gym with Drake working out. And he in the room sleep. What? I'm not letting no man fly me nowhere, boy. What the? I'm not coming to no man's table, especially Floyd got 6 bodyguards. Well, that's an uphill battle right there. That's an uphill battle. Listen, as a man, you gotta know 2 things. If my girl is beautiful, this is an opportunity for me to make a lot more money. And there at the same time, this is gonna come with a lot of extra problems. Simply because of those two things right there. That's why, like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not even trying to have no super fine girlfriend no more. Cause every time I had a super fine girlfriend, I would think to myself like, man, this is a hassle. It's a whole hassle because she's a terrible person and you know that. But everybody else thirsty for her. And it's like, damn, man, I wish somebody would take off my hand, but it don't work like that. And then they a bill. I think every man can say that the most expensive thing in their life has been women, probably.
Probably.
Bro,
I can see that.
I think every man can say, well, you know what? When you think back on it, the money that you wish you could get back, you spent it on women that you don't even talk to no more. So you got to think about all of these. Say that again, bro.
Jeff Bezos lost like half his net worth.
Imagine giving up some billions. Jeff Bezos was in a garage on his hands and knees packing boxes, man. Till his knees were swollen so they could get enough money to buy packing tables. His wife wasn't in there, man. You know they about to make it illegal to cheat after you got married? Like punishable crime?
I think in some states it's already like that. Or you could sue. I know in some states you could sue somebody if they cheat on you.
No, they're finna make it so that if you have proof, they're coming to lock you up.
Damn.
If that bill get passed, we gonna see the greatest migration out of the United States that we ever seen. We gonna see the biggest migration that we ever seen in history. And record numbers, men are fleeing the United States. We gonna see a CNN special on that one, on bro. No.
Man, they're gonna have to build new jails. Seriously, bro.
They gonna have to have their own jail just for that right there. You gonna see so many women taking their man phone, running to the police station. It's over with. Damn.
Were you ever around Offset or the Migos?
Bro, Offset act like a bitch, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like he owes so many of the guys money right now. And I'm gonna say something else. All this stuff going on with Glorilla, well, that's one of the guys white. So I'm not familiar with the whole situation, but I'm somebody who gonna get called about that shit. So whatever y'all got going on, leave Big Glow alone. And then I'm standing on that. Oh no. But that's one of the guys' wife, boy. Y'all playing crazy. I'm somebody who gonna get called about that shit. So it's like a lot of weird shit going on. But back to your question that you just asked me. Offset has a lot of bad habits, bro. Like he's a serial degenerate gambler. He owes several of the guys money right now, bro. And like, it's like no woman is ever enough for food. Like, you could be with your wife. If he see her, he eyeballing her from across the room, sending messages on the DM, leaving comments on old pictures in the same room. But that's why, well, it's a few guys that's on his ass. So it's like, I stay away from that dude. And if I see him, I stay far away. Because I be in casinos a lot and I always see that fool. I'm like, damn. And then he'll be gambling with like a one-of-one Rolex on. You see what I'm saying? But he won't sell his watch. He'll borrow money from his homies and just run off on them. Dork shit.
Yeah, I was seeing that he has a serious gambling addiction.
Well, his gambling addiction bad. Well, he be borrowing money from OnlyFans models and everything, like little chicks. I done did security before. They sending me screenshots, Offset, asking for money. Oh, I'll pay you back. I got a show tomorrow, shit like that. Like, damn. He ain't right it.
Did you see that they're saying that Cardi B had to pay his taxes just so they could get divorced?
Bro, she paid for him to get out his deal with QC. Millions. He didn't do Cardi right. No, he did Cardi bogus, bro. Like, bro, she paid millions for him to get out that deal with QC for him to go to Motown. Millions.
Damn.
Dirty game. Filthy game.
Dirty game, man. And then she hooks up with this guy. I can't even believe that she went from Offset, who was cheating on her left and right, and then she goes and hooks up with this other guy who has like, what, 3 different babies or 4 babies all at the same time? Like, she just went to another Offset.
It's not another Offset. Let me tell you why. You know, Stephon Diggs will treat you like a gentleman at all times. He might kiss guys on the side, but he's not gonna be broke to you. You see what I'm saying? She went to somebody who has a lot more flexible income And then, you know, I feel like there's a lot of unfair expectations put on Cardi B. She's a hood lady from the streets, man. Like, she used to be a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was telling people how, like, she was, drugging people and robbing them in hotel rooms. A hood rat is a hood rat, bro. Me, for example, right? You had to tell me, BH, can you wear a different shirt? Because the fans sticking the thumbnails. I was like, damn, I do got the same shit on. But because that's my uniform. You see what I'm saying? And where I come from, like, people been recently coming to me, big homie, you haven't changed. You're not Hollywood. I'm like, Hollywood? A fan seen me in front of a 7-Eleven drinking beers with some homeless guys, right? But my back was hurt. I needed help changing the tire. They changed the tire, they changed me some beers. So they recognized me because the homeless people watch me on their phone a lot, right? Because I be in the community feeding the homeless. So they watching. So I'm just sitting there drinking beers with them outside the 7-Eleven. And people was like, oh my God, I can't believe you not Hollywood, but I'm still the same guy. I'm still that same dude on 103rd. I'm still that same dude in that black Carver Dugas. You see what I'm saying? My core principles haven't changed. And neither has Cardi B. She like what she like. And when you affect a hood girl's self-esteem, she gonna go find somebody that's better than you. And that's what she did. But I don't think she even, Offset had 5 kids already, didn't he?
You mean before he had kids with Cardi B?
Yeah, I think he already had 3 or 4 kids already, 4. He had 4 kids before he even got with Cardi B. People gotta lay off Cardi B, man. Like, what do they expect from her? You feel me? Like, what do they expect from her?
Okay, he has 6 kids. 3 with his estranged wife, rapper Cardi B, and then 3 from a previous relationship.
He already had 3 before he got with her. So, like, I think it's unfair expectations getting put on Cardi B, man. Like, what do they want her to do? Like, everybody got kids and shit now, man. But we seen Cardi B, bro. Cardi B was kicking it with King Yella.
Right, and J-Man. Well, she wasn't kicking it like that with J-Man, but, you know, there's videos of them together.
But if Cardi B wouldn't have got on as a rapper, where would she be right now?
Ooh.
It's 9:31 on a Friday.
I mean, she was entertaining. You know, you mean if she wasn't entertaining at all?
If she wasn't an artist.
Shit, I think she could do some reality TV. I'm not
If
gonna
she
lie.
never would have got famous,
oh yeah, I don't know.
where would Cardi B be right now? 9:30 on a Friday.
I don't know, bro. Maybe
She'll be getting ready. She'll be in the locker room at the local strip club with her female homies, taking shots before they get on stage, bro. That's exactly, it was 9:30 on Friday. She was in New York, so that'd be 11. Oh yeah, we got Cardi coming to the stage. That's what'll be going on right now, bro. Oh no, on Bro Greg. Shout out Cardi B though. Shout out to the strippers. Free my brother, Dugas. Damn, I miss my brother, man. He loved that strip club. Dugas loved that strip club. Oh my God. He loved that strip club. Free my boy.
Yeah, free Dugar, man. Damn. You know what was crazy?
What?
I feel like the people were just really starting to gravitate towards him. And then he gets locked up.
His Instagram had just hit like 11K. Like, he was, man, the Saints was finna come call rolling in for my boy. But, first offer they gave him was 14 years.
Oh, man.
So we had to put up a whole bunch of money, this whole bunch of fucking money for a lawyer. But, you know, for my brother, I'll give my last, you know what I'm saying? Like, he protected my life. That's my real brother, bro. Like, I miss him every day. He called me, tell me he love me every day. You know, it's been several times where Dugas could have told, bro. You feel me? We was going through things where every time something happened in our neighborhood, they would come grab me, they come grab him, but they would come grab Dugas all the time, bro. And he never folded, he never told on nobody. Truly an outstanding member, man. So he got another offer recently, which is a much better offer. So off camera, I'll tell you some more details, but we working on it, man. We working on it. Free the biggest shark for sure.
Yeah, free Dugar, man. Damn, that sucks. I hate to see that, man.
Me too,
he,
man.
He had like a slow start, you know, and then it was just, man, it was
starting to pick up.
It was, man. I was starting to see the comments were coming in for him. Dugar, you know what I'm saying? They were starting to like Dugar more. Damn, man, that sucks.
His music was starting to stream really well, so where it was paying like a couple grand a month. I'm looking like, damn. I'm like, okay, cool. We got a nice launcher pad, and then he was supposed to be with me, bro. He was supposed to be with me. He just had to go back to Chicago. I say, bro, I don't think it's a good idea. He say, man, Gordo, you don't ever take no breaks. But I got my son. I got a new son. I can't just leave him. I say, I understand that, bro. Well, wait for me. You see what I'm saying? Man, he ain't wait though. But you know, he ain't finished. He ain't finished. He gonna be back in a second. Hot little minute.
Well, free him, man.
Free Dugas for sure.
Free Dugar, man. Well, all right, BH, man. Another dope interview.
Yes, sir, brother.
Man, yeah, this one was dope, man. We hit on a lot of different topics, a lot more versatile than I think we usually do.
Yeah, this one, I feel good about this one right here, for sure. And it was, hey, we was shooting back and forth on today. We was getting to it today, for sure. And I commend you though, bro. I commend you because you opened up to some different topics today. And like I tell you, bro, like, you gotta always remember something. My start right here, and those people have followed me everywhere. So like, your audience, bro, followed me everywhere. And on the street, I asked people, where you first see me at? Camp Capone? And there's all different type of people. So it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you definitely can push the envelope a little bit for sure. You can pull it, bro. You can, if real life street stars can do it, you definitely can do it. Cause look at the episodes that me and Maverick would drop. You know, they wasn't doing too bad. You see what I'm saying? Cause people were starting to catch up to it. And when it comes to having a journalistic perspective, you don't really got there's nobody on your level when it comes to that. Like when it comes to like how you ask your questions and how you mix topics, it's not really nobody on your level with that, bro. So, you know, and as you can see, you know, the world is changing fast. You know, they talking about Trump finna give a speech about UFOs.
That'd be
The European
crazy.
Union, the bankers just told everybody, liquidate your assets because Trump is finna announce UFOs, the market finna crash. So, you know, all they gotta do is keep going. I'm gonna have some content for you, man, because let me ask you this. You think Maverick buying views?
For you and him, or what are you talking about?
On his Instagram.
Who's Maverick? Your partner?
Yeah, my homie. We not even partners no more. My partner wrote now.
Okay. So are you okay? I have no idea. I've never looked into it. I mean everything. I mean, I didn't see anything that looked abnormal or not right.
Okay.
But I did just see Poetic Flacco bust Revolt for buying views. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but he did a whole video on the Revolt YouTube channel, and he was breaking it down how they were buying views and shit on YouTube.
Damn.
They would go.
Everybody trying to rig the game.
Yeah, they would go from like, I don't know, 20,000 to like 40,000 views and get like 4 comments.
Oh no, man. Oh hell no. So I'm interested to see this because people kept saying, oh, you working with Unc, your numbers on Cam Capone go down. I say, bro, I just do a one skit with Unc. I'm not doing no whole podcast. And Cam can ask me a load of different questions that he can ask other people. I don't know, bro. I'm kind of like in a league of my own right now, really. Cause this ain't, I'm talking about, bro, every video go over 100,000 when I go on somebody's page. And it's like, man, that's a blessing.
Yeah,
Yellow
man, that's definitely, I mean, that's pretty good, especially you're a year and a half into this, almost
a year and a half in.
Years. I mean,
yep.
that's really good, man. That means the people, I mean, I would say that's you grinding, not stopping, and that's also that the people are really with you, man, because.
For sure. Once again, man, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man, I no problem, man. I'm glad I could play my part, man, you know.
Oh, God.
You know, and shit, man, you know what I'm saying? You're talented, bro, so.
Thank you, bro.
I mean, I think as long as you just stick around and keep going, bro, there's sky's the limit.
So look, I want to send you this episode we just filmed where we went out in the field doing research, so you just take a look at it, see if you like it, because if you do, then we'll do something similar to that, but we'll just go pull up on the car Tupac died in. We'll go do hip-hop relevant topics that we investigate. I think that'll probably be better for the Cam Capone News platform.
That could be cool. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Me and Ro gonna work on that then.
Okay.
All right, then.
Sounds
bet.
Good.
We got Ruga got a video shoot right now. We finna go slide over into this.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.